If you've ever gone into the list of scramble types on any timer app, you probably noticed something called old style. Old style was the way that all WCA Rubik's Cubes used to be scrambled for WCA competitions. But what is old style, and why don't we use it anymore? Well, old-style scrambling was basically just a sequence of 25 random moves. This is much different than scrambling today, where in competitions, cubes are scrambled with anywhere from 20 to 25 random moves. So why did we switch away from this system? Well, in early 2009, Stefan Pachmann, inventor of that blindfolded method, made a program that generated old-style scrambles and checked the amount of edges that were oriented. His program found that the chance for edges being oriented were significantly higher than expected than if you had put the cube into a random state. Now, if you don't know what edge orientation is, basically, for example, this last layer case, these two edges are not oriented correctly. But if I were to go like this, then all 4 of the edges are now oriented correctly. So on a 3x3, there are 12 edges. Each one can be oriented or unoriented, but actually there's only 11 because one of them is predetermined based on the other ones. We can calculate the number of different possible orientations by taking 2, the number of ways an edge can be twisted, to the 11th power, the number of edges that can be flipped. This gives us a total of 2,048 different edge orientation cases, only one of which is all edges are oriented. This means that the odds of a random cube having all edges oriented is 1 over 2,048, or 0.0488%. After Stefan Pachmann ran his program, he found that the probability for a cube to have the edges already oriented was actually 0.135%, instead of the 0.0488% that we found earlier. That's over 3 times more likely. The same thing happens when we look at 10 edges. So for 10 edges, there should be about a 1.9% chance that 10 edges get oriented. But using the old style scrambles, this was actually 3.67%. That's like twice as likely. So why does this happen? Why is random moves different from random position? Well, let's do a demonstration using 6 coins. Actually, we'll have to use 5 since the 6th one is predetermined based on the orientation of the other ones. So getting a Rubik's Cube into a random position would be like dropping all the coins at the same time. This gives us a unique random permutation. On the other hand, doing a bunch of random moves is more like starting from all heads, which would represent a solved cube, and turning them all randomly. So that's exactly what I did. I took 6 coins and I dropped them all 10 times, and then on the other hand, I went to a website and generated 25 random numbers and flipped them all the right way 25 times. And what were my results? Well, they were actually the exact same. I feel like if I had done maybe 100 different trials, I would have got some slightly different results, but I'm way too lazy to do that. It'd probably take me like 2 hours and I can't afford to waste that much time, am I right? So feel free to try this out yourself. Do it like 100 times and see if flipping the coins randomly is different than dropping them all. Let me know in the comments below what results you got. So now that we know that just doing random moves will give us more oriented edges, what can we learn from this? Well, there's a method called ZZ or ZZ, if you call it like that has edge orientation as its first step. So the goal of the first step is to orient all the edges. And if they were using the old style scrambles, they would on average have slightly more edges oriented than normal. And that's not fair! So to fix this problem, the WCA implemented a new scrambling program to put the cube into a random state, as opposed to doing random moves, thus nerfing ZZ method. Thanks for watching, everyone. I had a blast making this video. It's much different from what I usually do. If you liked, feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.